All right. Sorry about that. Okay, so we have 3,000 equals C plus B. Here is our equation because we know that the number of items is going to be the number of cans plus the number of bottles. So that's equation number 1. So it's kind of hard to get used to writing the equations like this. I think practice eventually is the best thing. And then the next part that we notice we haven't used is $195. We haven't used the 5 cents and we haven't used the 20 cents. So overall we know we have to get to $195 worth. So how do we get this value? We need to know the dollars worth of cans. Okay, so how many cans we have is the dollars worth is the number of money per can times the number of cans that we collect will give us this value here, which is money worth of cans. But we notice that we also get 20 cents per plastic bottle, so it's going to be 20 cents or $0.2, and that's $0.05 worth, times the number of bottles you have. Okay, this is money worth of bottles. So this is the next equation. It's quite kind of the more lengthy, difficult one. Okay, so we have 3,000 equals C plus B, which means number of items is equal to the number of cans plus the number of bottles. And then this is the number of dollars we get is equal to the number of dollars worth of cans, the number of dollars worth of bottles. And to find the number of dollars worth of cans, it's 5 cents times the number of cans and 20 cents times the number of bottles. Okay, so these are my two equations. This is my systems of equations. They both use the variable C and they both use the variable B. Okay, so we just created a linear system to model this situation. And now it says the school collected 2,700 pop cans and 300 plastic bottles. It says verify that they got 3,000 items and they got $195 worth. Okay, and so what we do is we plug it into our two equations. Our first one is 3,000 equals C plus B. So we just have to plug it in to verify that's right. The number of cans they had is 2,700. The number of bottles they had was 300. So it checks out. 2,700 plus 300 is 3,000, and 3,000 is equal to 3,000. So that checks off. Let's verify the second one. Here, 195, the more complicated one, is equal to 0.05C plus 0.20B. Our C value was 2,700. And our B value was 300. And then once you have that, we just have to use, you can use the help of a calculator. What's 0.05 times 2,700? It's 135. And then we have to have the plus there. What's 0.2 times 300? That's 60. And then overall, if we add those two, we get $195. Okay, so we have $135 worth of cans and $60 worth of bottles, which gives us $195 worth of items. And that checks out. So that is the only solution. They must have collected 2,700 pop cans and 300 plastic bottles to get $195 on the dot. All right. So that's the answer to that question. One thing I just wanted to say is here I went 0.05 times 2,700 to get that, and I went 0.2 times 300 to get that. just make sure you don't add first. You want to add at the end because of bed mass. So you multiply first, and then you add afterwards. All right. Last example. This one here, they already came up with the equation, so we didn't have to do that part. 8i plus 4r equals 440. I plus r equals 80. But they give us a little bit of a description. A store sells wheels, so roller wheels in packs of 4, and inline skates, or inline wheels in packages of 8. Okay? It says create a situation about wheels that can be modeled by the linear system below. Explain the meaning of each variable. Write a related problem. So you got to write up the problem when they give you equations. So when I first see this, I see an arbitrary 440, arbitrary 80. What do those mean? Who knows? But you have an I and an R. Okay. So I'm guessing the I has something to do with inline and R has something to do with roller, right? And you can notice that 8 was the packages of 8 having to do with inline. 4 was packages of 4 for the roller skates. So you can bet that the 4 has something to do with the roller and the 8 has something to do with the inline. Okay? What they're saying is 8 times whatever I is plus 4 times whatever R is should be 440. Okay? And here it's saying whatever I is plus whatever R is should be 80. Okay? So here when I see this one, I see that I plus R is equal to 80, or inline packages plus roller packages have to be 80. So maybe that's the number of packages they have in a store, or the number of packages that you have to buy in a store, or something like that. And then this one here is if I is packages and R is packages, then what does 8i represent? Okay, 8i represents this one here must represent number of inline wheels, and this one must represent number of roller wheels. Because if you have, say, 2 inline packages, 2 times 8, you'd have 16 wheels of inline wheels, and so on. Okay, so that represents number of roller wheels. When you add them together, I'm guessing number of inline wheels plus number of roller wheels, which means wheels plus wheels, should give you a number of wheels in total. So number of total wheels for the 440 value. Okay. So this is kind of hard to come up with a situation, but what I would come up is you have a total of 80 packages of wheels. You're not sure how many are inline packages, you're not sure how many roller packages, but you have 80 packages of wheels. And this part here, the 440, we said total number of wheels, not packages of wheels, but wheels. So we're saying there must be 440 wheels in total. So the question must be, how many packages of each type are there? So really these values here kind of define what you have. So that would be a problem that would work out for these two equations. Okay. Another thing that you could think of is say you defined I to be number of wheels and R to be number of wheels, then your wheels of inline plus your wheels of roller skates must equal to 80. But then this value here would have to be number of wheels times 8 plus number of roller wheels times 4 equals 440, and that might be a little tougher to come up with some sort of problem that mimics that, but that would be another way that you could do it. You just have to be a little creative in how to get to 440 by going 8 times your number of wheels or something like that. So overall what we denoted is I was number of inline packages, and then R was number of roller packages. So those are what we said our variables were. So that means 8i must be the number of inline wheels because it's 8 times the number of packages, and then 4r must be the roller packages because 4r is the number of roller wheels. Okay, and then that's the problem we came up with. So this part is really quite an advanced question, really tough, and again, practice will make it easier. So here's the practice to try. Page 401, number 4, 6, 8, 10 to 13, 15 to 17, and there's a little hint on number 15. Thank you.